Bethesda has finally done it. We have been waiting a very long time for this, and yesterday, Bethesda gave us the official release date for both the Developer Direct Showcase and the game's now official launch date. Both dates were surprising to say the least. There's a lot to get into here, so let's get started. Bethesda gave us a full-on trailer with new gameplay and a lot of information that we have all been craving.
This is Constellation Star Station LO-868. Welcome aboard. The eye is showing signs over another one of those big anomalies. Maybe you catch a smile and uncover the source of it all.
Hey everyone, from myself and everybody here at Bethesda, we are so excited to finally tell you when Starfield is coming out this year. You know, we have poured ourselves into this game, and even I'm surprised how much we can pour. It is large. We're playing the game all the time. Shout out over here to lead producer Tim Lamb. Old school fans, you may remember him from the Oblivion making of video where he's sitting on a similar sofa doing similar things. But also, this June, we're going to bring you into the studio and give you a deep dive in the game at our Starfield Direct. There's so much that we still have to show you. The game has many of the hallmarks that you'd expect from us, but it's also a very unique experience. And again, thank you all for all of your excitement about the game, your support, your comments. We really do read it all. And look, we know you've waited a long time to play something new from us. Believe it or not, we're kind of the same. We miss it, and we really just can't wait for you all to play it. So thanks, and we'll see you soon.
So first, I will start with the official release date. We now know Starfield will release on September 6th, a date that no one saw coming. I was hopeful that we would get the game this month, but alas, it was not to be. That said, nearly everyone else was putting the release near E3, which is happening in June. Finding out that the release will happen in September was a shock to the community that led to some starting to whine about more broken promises, while others were simply rejoicing. I am in the camp of rejoicing. I know Bethesda stated that it would be released in the first half of the year, but I would rather the game release a bit later than come out too soon and not be that special game that we all hope it will be. Thankfully, Bethesda is now owned by Microsoft. They have been given something they have not had since they were a standalone studio with no parent company to force time constraints on them. We all remember how Fallout 76 was at launch. That, in large part, was because ZeniMax was not giving the 76 team time to polish the game and really give it the care that it needed. As a result, it had a dismal release that still to this day is only topped by Cyberpunk's horrendous launch. I was worried about Starfield at first because I wasn't sure Microsoft would just let Bethesda do what needed to be done. Based on this announcement, it is clear that Microsoft took the hands-off approach that was needed to allow Bethesda to do what they do best, and that's create deep, compelling worlds with rich story and huge open worlds for us to explore and enjoy. By that same token, Bethesda has really gotten back to basics with this game. Even just watching the gameplay in the background of this video was great, as it shows us just a small taste of what is to come. We now also know the date for the Starfield Direct Showcase. This also took everyone by surprise. On June 11th, we will finally get that showcase that we have been waiting for, and this date seems like it may have been the original release date that Bethesda was shooting for, but realized they simply were not going to make it. Why do I say this? Well, just listen to how Todd Howard is talking in this video. It seems that this video was shot last minute and certainly was not fully planned out. As well spoken as Todd is, he seemed to be shooting from the hip here. While I can certainly appreciate that style, most videos that Bethesda puts out are well planned and purposeful. This one sounded like they just slapped something together quickly to satiate the community, since the rumor mill was kind of spiraling out of control. Now I want to focus on some of what we see in the background footage with the gameplay. Starting with the HUD, we see that it is minimal, but still has that similar interface that we see in Fallout. Our compass is located on the bottom left corner, and our health/energy meters are on the bottom right. We also see a similar looting mechanic to what we see in Fallout 4 and 76, where we can see the contents of the crate or box, and we can selectively take what we want without having to open the box first. As the footage went on, we got to see a bit of combat where the jetpack was being used to dodge incoming fire. This seems to be a fairly new mechanic, so it is nice to see that we are getting some really great features in this game. At one point, we also saw the quick menu. This is similar to what we have in 76 when we select a different weapon to use from our inventory by using the quick slot to change the item we are using. We also saw some of the alien creatures that we run into in some of these worlds. I have to say that these creatures look awesome. In that same segment, we saw the inventory screen, which is kind of a new take on what we have seen in the past. We can now see our character and change out what they are wearing, and not only see what it looks like on them, but also see the effects that said gear has on us at the same time. This is a good quality of life improvement on the inventory management system. In the cinematic trailer, we also got some interesting information. For starters, the opening shot is of a seemingly massive ship. Now, I will admit, we don't have any real scale here, so it is possible that the ship is just one of the many configurations our ship can take. However, it is possible that it is something else. We just don't know yet. It is still very exciting, and it will be interesting to find out just what that ship is. We then get a new look at the space station that we saw in the original teaser for Starfield. This is also exciting because it is the first thing we got to see years ago. As it comes into view, we also hear a person speaking to us who appears to have a Russian accent. The scene then cuts to a docking animation, which may just be the same thing we see when we dock our ship, or it could just be something that was created for show. Either way, it looks great. Based on what we see and hear in the dialogue during this segment of the video, it would appear that there have been strange phenomena in the form of anomalies going on, and we need to find out the why and how to uncover the source of it all. All in all, this announcement was huge, and the community is going to be drooling over it all the way to the showcase. I can't wait to see what is in store for us in June. It looks like September is going to be the moment we have all been waiting for, so get ready. I suspect that after the showcase in June, pre-orders will go live, and that should be interesting to see exactly what Bethesda has in store for us on that front. While I am sad to have been wrong about the release date, I am glad that Bethesda is taking this game very seriously and are taking the time they need to make sure they're putting their best foot forward. Tell me, what did you think about the release date? Did you see something in the video that caught your eye? Are you excited for Starfield's showcase? Sound off in the comments below. While you're at it, like, subscribe, and share. And as always, I'm just glad you stopped by, and I'll see you in the next one.